left, 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 right, left. You know the rhythm, right? But have you ever really stopped to watch a marching squad and think, how do they do that? The perfect timing, those razor-sharp turns, the incredible discipline? Well, today we're going to break it all down and look at the art of precision marching, piece by piece. Just imagine you're there on a parade ground. It's quiet, and then you hear it. That crisp, single sound of dozens of boots hitting the ground at the exact same time. That's the power of precision. You're not just watching a group of people, you're watching a single, perfectly coordinated organism, and it is absolutely incredible to see. I mean, just look at this. Every single head snaps to the right at the exact same millisecond, all while their bodies keep marching forward without missing a beat. So how is that level of perfection even possible? Well, the secret is, it doesn't start with the group. It all starts with each person, each individual, mastering the absolute basics from a complete standstill. So, before anyone takes a single marching step, they have to master how to turn in place. Every big, complex maneuver you see out on the field is built on the foundation of just a few simple, stationary movements. And the most basic concept is just turning. Sounds simple, right? But the key here is that you have to stay on a fixed point. You're not taking a step, you're pivoting. And every single turn starts and ends in what's called the attention position. That's body straight, chin up, hands tight at your sides. And really, it all boils down to just 3 core turns, but they have to be flawless. You've got your 90-degree left turn, your 90-degree right turn, and then the full 180-degree about turn. Okay, so let's break down the mechanics of a 90-degree turn, because it's actually pretty cool. To turn left, you pivot on your left heel and the ball of your right foot. Then, and this is the key part, you lift your right thigh clean up until it's parallel to the ground, and then you slam that foot down right next to your left. It's a super sharp 2-part motion. Pivot, then lift and slam. Now the about turn, that's the most dramatic change in direction. You're pivoting a full 180 degrees, and it's always clockwise, over your right shoulder. You spin on your right heel and the ball of your left foot, then bring that left leg up and snap it forward to come back to attention. It's all about explosive power and perfect balance. Okay, so we've mastered turning on the spot. Now it's time to add the beat. Let's get some rhythm going and get ready to actually move, starting with just marching in place. This is called marking time, and it's so much more than just marking in place. It's the critical transition between standing still and moving forward. It establishes the cadence, the heartbeat, really, for the entire squad, so everyone gets on the exact same rhythm before they take that first step. And the mechanics have to be precise. You always start with the left leg, lifting your thigh until it's parallel with the ground, just like we saw in the turns. Your body stays perfectly straight, eyes locked forward. You're not just bouncing around, it's a controlled, powerful, rhythmic lift. And stopping? Oh, that's just as precise as starting. The timing is absolutely everything. The command halt is always given right as the right foot hits the pavement. That's your cue. You take one last step with your left foot, and then your right foot comes up and slams down next to it, bringing you to a dead stop, perfectly back in the attention position. All right, let's get moving. In a forward march, as your left leg steps forward, your right arm swings forward, and vice versa. And the arms don't just flop around, they swing straight forward, parallel to the ground, right up to shoulder level. It creates this powerful, unified look. And every single step is a measured 30 inches, making sure the entire squad moves as one. So we've basically built the perfect individual marcher. But one person doesn't make a parade, right? So how do you take dozens of these individuals and forge them into a single cohesive unit? Well, that's where the platoon comes in. So a platoon, or a squad, that's your standard marching formation. The easiest way to think about it is like a grid. The columns of people, from front to back, are called files, and the rows of people standing side by side are called ranks. A common formation is 3 files, making 3 long columns. And getting into that grid from just a single line is this fascinating sequence of commands. First, they fall into a single line, usually ordered by height. Then, after counting off, the odd and even numbers might step forward or back to create 2 files. And finally, with a few more commands, they march and turn into that perfect 3-file platoon. It's like watching a puzzle solve itself. And here, you can see that transformation in action. They go from one long single line into this compact, organized block ready to move as a single entity. It's really a beautiful piece of human choreography, all done with military precision. Okay, so the squad is formed, they're on the move, and now we get to the really cool stuff. These are the advanced maneuvers that really showcase their discipline, the ones that make the crowd gasp. Let's start with making a turn well on the move, which is called a curve. And I absolutely love this description from the source material. It says, the movement is similar to the movement of a door that is being closed. The person on the inside of the turn is the hinge, and the person on the outside has to travel the farthest, like the edge of the door. So how does that door swing without breaking apart? Well, it's all about adjusting your step length. The inner file, the hinge, takes tiny little steps, almost marching in place. The outer file has to take huge, long strides to cover more ground. Everyone in between adjusts their step to match. But here's the amazing part. The rhythm, the beat of the march, never, ever changes. That's how the whole block turns like it's one solid piece. And now for the grand finale, the ultimate display of discipline and respect, giving compliments while marching, also known as an eyes right. This is how a squad salutes a reviewing officer or dignitary without ever breaking their stride. The timing here has to be absolutely flawless. There's no room for error. The command is given as the left foot lands. You take one normal step with your right foot. Then, as your left foot comes forward again, snap. Your head turns 90 degrees to the right. And here's the crucial part. The person on the far right of the line, the marker, they keep looking straight ahead. They are the guidepost that keeps the entire squad from drifting. And just like that, we are right back where we started. But now, when you look at this image, you see so much more, don't you? You see the mastery of the stationary turn, the rhythm of marking time, the coordination of the forward march, and the split-second execution of a command, all happening in perfect unison. So when you get right down to it, it's so much more than just walking in a straight line, isn't it? Every single step, every turn, it's a lesson. A lesson that huge, complex, collective goals are only possible when every individual has perfected their own role and everyone is locked into the same rhythm. It's a powerful model for teamwork, and it really makes you wonder, what could we all accomplish if we brought that same level